Good morning. This is January 27th, 2017, and I'm bringing you some information on the Trump administration and how I believe Donald Trump shows the signs of Adolf Hitler. It kind of hurts me every time I say that. I know people are like, well, why are you and on? It hurts me every time I say that because it kind of baffles me why we would go back in history, which shows us that he is not a historian. He's not a person who follows the history of the world. He may be abreast of things here, but it's apparent he's not clear on things as it stands internationally. A little bit more into depth of why I'm saying this. Shia LaBeouf, in case we're not keeping up, he has started a campaign that started the day of the inauguration of Not My President Trump. And the name of the campaign is He Will Not Divide Us. If you want more information on that, you can go to hewillnotdivide.us. Shia LaBeouf is the actor who was in the movie Transformers. He was arrested for having an altercation with a Nazi racist person. He was released around 3:45 this morning. His mother and his wife are currently by his side, I guess, to keep him calm and cool, because this is a hot-headed time in our country. One thing the arrest of Shia LaBeouf shows us is that the freedom of speech is being threatened. Also, freedom of the press. Notice I've been telling you guys this entire time that the press on the television is covering one portion of the news. Some newspapers are giving us, and shout out to the Washington Post, big shout out to Newsweek, CNN.com. Dan Rather has a page on Facebook called News and Guts. It's really good to get information that helps you, that gives you what you need as far as in the details of what's going on that's not being shown on the television. Now, back to the issue at hand. Another thing that's going on right now, Theresa May is supposed to speak with the entire Senate. She's supposed to address the entire United States officials today. Now, here's my take on that. This should have happened yesterday. There should have been some type of formation done after the retreat where everybody came together for her to address anything that she wants the American people to be involved in. These are leaders who are showing us they are only involved with one side of the story. All of us are not being covered. Currently, if you're not abreast of the situation, sanctuary cities are being declared. We have in New Orleans, here in Louisiana, being declared a sanctuary city. These sanctuary cities are helping to secure for Muslims, for homosexuals. If you're in Louisiana, you're feeling threatened, my thoughts are to start trying to plan to move to New Orleans. This is because I do believe that a Holocaust can occur. This is something I'm saying knowing that I, as a black person, could be involved as a part of a person, a victim of a Muslim, anybody, an atheist, anybody can be. If you're not white and you're not Christian, you are a threat to the Trump administration. Let's just be honest here. All right. So as we said, Theresa May is currently in the middle of what's being called the Brexit, which is the separation of the United Kingdom from the European allies. That this has been an alliance that's been in formulation for decades. It's already in existence. She wants to depart from that. And it looks as if her and Trump may have some agreements to come into some type of alliance amongst the United States and the United Kingdom, without regards of the people of the United States. I can't speak for the United Kingdom. Here we're protesting. Here we're standing up and saying that we're not in agreement with what we see the Trump administration doing. In Philadelphia, residents met the Republican retreat with protests of the Trump administration. Trump calls off the meeting with the Mexican president because the Mexican president is saying that Mexico is not going to pay for the wall that Trump is being telling people since his campaign that he's going to build. Okay, so who's the second person that Trump is going to meet with? Well, he is scheduled to have a phone call with who? President Putin of Russia, who saw us during the Obama administration as a threat. What has changed? The only equal playing field that we now see Trump has that Obama does not have with Russia is the fact that he is a white male. That's it. There's nothing else they have in common. Other than that, the American people disapprove of Russia. 67% by an MSNBC poll. If you do not believe me, please go to msnbc.com and check the numbers for yourself. Now, Trump also once compiled a list of immigrants who are committing crimes in the United States of America. Now, we all know that every newspaper publishes what? A list of all criminals, no matter who you are. If you commit a crime and you are arrested, your name goes in the newspaper. We know these things. If the crime is large enough, local news puts you on the news. He wants a separate list of people who are committing crimes that are also immigrants. Now, peep this. Adolf Hitler had a newspaper that was the Criminal Jew, which published crimes committed by Jewish people only. Wake up, people. Look at what's happening right before your eyes. Okay? There's trying to separate us from the newly immigrants, because technically we could go wherever and give the Sioux and whoever Native American tribes back their property and let them not have oil being spilled everywhere. You understand what I'm saying? Now, Trump replicates Adolf Hitler's view of Jews. Okay? Now, he's not talking about the Jewish people, Trump isn't. Of course not. He wants to aid Israel. His Holocaust, I believe, would specify specifically Muslims and Muslims from countries where there is oil. He may even get these people and hold them hostage to make people sign treaties. Who knows what he's going to do? But what we do need to do is make sure that it does not happen on our watch, because whoever voted for him president, not my president. And as an American citizen, I would like for him to begin to become my president by not sounding like Adolf Hitler. Thank you. So I am giving you all a list. The New York Post, in case you didn't hear the list earlier. The Washington Post, Time Magazine. These publications are giving information. You can even check archived articles that also help to validate the claim that I'm making that Trump sounds like Hitler. Some more that you can check out: Newsweek, CNN.com, News and Guts with Dan Rather. The use of media today is different from how it's been, because in today's media, the media is not objective. Do not just rely on what you're seeing on television. Look up international news. Look up all of the information that's out there that helps to specify exactly what it is we need to know to ask these things, demand these things of this man who has been elected to office here in America. Okay? It's time for us to stand. I see everybody has these little Obama pictures on their page. That's cute. He's gone. We have to make our country stand up for itself. Obama is not Jesus. He is not God. He cannot do it by himself. So I'm asking the American public to stand up against this tyranny that is being called a presidential campaign, a presidential run, a presidential whatever he wants to call it. It's not presidential. There's no name. It's got to be a name for this shit. I just don't know what to call it. So if you have an idea, whether you agree with me, whether or not, please like, subscribe, comment, and let me know your thoughts.